If you're an agency owner spending hours creating YouTube content that gets views and comments but zero booked calls, every piece of content you publish is actually working against you by attracting tire kickers and content consumers instead of serious buyers who are ready to invest in your services. So in this video, I will show you how to build an audience of pre-sold prospects who hop on sales calls ready to hand you their money. This is the same system that the biggest creators like Alex Hormozi, Ravi Abubala, and Charlie Morgan have used to generate millions of dollars in sales from their audience. So even if you believe your industry is too niche or that B2B buyers don't consume YouTube content, this system is specifically designed for service-based businesses where expertise and trust are the primary buying factors, not entertainment or viral content. So first, I will tell you 3 things you shouldn't do if you want to have an audience of pre-sold prospects, and then I'll tell you 3 things you should do. So the first thing you shouldn't do is that you shouldn't create the wrong type of content. So the biggest mistake I see agencies make is create content that gets views but never converts into clients. They're focused on the wrong video types entirely. So there are essentially 6 types of business content you can create, and most agencies are stuck making the lowest converting types and ignoring the money printing machines. So the first type of content you can make is the lifestyle personal content. So this would be a video like a day in the life of an agency owner. So these types of videos get views but attract the wrong audience. The second type of content are podcasts when you are the host. So this will get followers because you are leveraging other creators' faces, but they don't demonstrate your expertise, so people won't want to work with you. The third type is the podcast where you are the guest. So in this case, you're now demonstrating your expertise because you're the one answering questions. But if you want to be consistent with it, you're going to require a strategy in order to hop on podcasts consistently. The fourth type is educational talking head videos. So these are the regular 10 to 15 minute videos that solve specific problems and position you as an authority. Fifth, we have the case study videos. So these show exact transformations that you got for your clients, so clients' results. And this builds massive credibility because they show that you can deliver results for your clients. And the sixth type that not many people do are client interview videos. So this is where you hop on a call with your client and you ask them questions regarding to your service, so the result they got and their experience working with you. So these type of videos provide the most powerful social proof possible because they show that you have real clients and because it's the only type of social proof that cannot be faked or staged. So Alex Hormozi used to focus on the personal lifestyle type of content. So for example, look at this, my full body workout with Chris Williamson. So he used to do this type of videos like 2 years ago, but then he realized that they weren't the most highest converting videos. So he shifted to videos that solve specific problems for the audience that he wants to attract. So now he creates the ultimate sales training for 2025 or this case study type of video, building a $3 million business for a stranger in 57 minutes. The second thing you shouldn't do is create content for the wrong awareness level. So most agencies create content without understanding where their prospects are in their buying journey. So they create content talking to people who are already ready to buy, when in reality, the vast majority of their audience isn't there yet. You should be creating content for the different types of awareness level, and there are 5. The first one is the unaware stage. So this is when your ideal client doesn't know they have a problem yet, or doesn't want to admit it. The second stage is the problem aware. So this is when they know they have a problem but don't know of any solutions. The solution aware stage is where they know what the solution is but they don't know about any specific products or services. The product aware stage is when they know about your product but haven't decided to buy yet. And the most aware stage is when they're ready to book a call and potentially buy. So 90% of your potential prospects are in the first 3 stages, in the unaware, problem aware, and solution aware. Only 3% are actually ready to hear your pitch. But most agencies create content like everyone is in that final 3%. They are constantly saying, here's why you should hire us or book a call with us right now. And this is exactly what turns prospects off. Now, successful agency owners on the other side focus their content on the most important stages. First of all, they ignore the unaware stage because it's difficult to convince someone that they have a problem and to convince them that they have to solve it. So smart agency owners focus on the problem aware stage and they create videos to move them all the way to solution aware. So for example, if you look at Instantly AI's channel, this is a video for a problem aware audience. The new way to get clients in 2025, speak to business owners who know they want to get clients, who know they want to scale, but they don't know the solution to do it. So inside of this video, you position cold email as the solution they need to scale their business. The second type of content is to move people from solution aware to product aware. So in this other example by Instantly AI, in this case, The solution-aware audience already knows that the solution to scale is cold email, but now they want to move them to product-aware. So inside this video, the best cold email script for 2025, they position instantly, which is the product, as what they need. And finally, to move prospects from product-aware all the way to most aware, they create this video called Instantly AI Full Tutorial that explains everything about Instantly AI and why you should buy it now. So this is exactly why YouTube is so powerful. You can take someone through awareness levels in a single 20 to 30-minute video, and they can go from not giving a fuck about your mechanism to being fully convinced that they want your help. And the third thing you should not do is neglect social proof in your content. Most agency owners think that social proof is just for sales pages and VSLs, but your content should also be constantly demonstrating that you get results for your clients. So what most people do is create educational content, but don't prove their points to their viewers. So in other words, there is no reason at all why viewers would believe what you are saying is true. They'll make a video about how to increase your cold email reply rates, but never mention that they just helped a client go from 5% to 10% reply rates using the exact same strategy that they discussed in the video. So this is a massive wasted opportunity because prospects need to see that your strategies actually work in the real world, not just in theory. And that's the exact reason why I showed examples when I can. Otherwise, why would you believe that the past points, for example, number 2 and number 1 are true if I didn't show you examples by Alex Ramosi and Instantly AI? I'm using these examples to prove you that I know what I'm talking about and that this is actually applicable to your YouTube channel. Now, the most successful creators treat every piece of educational content as an opportunity to casually mention client results, not in a bragging way, but as proof that they are showing actually works. Another example, Ravi Abuvala, in most of his videos, at least once, he tries to share a story or a case study of a client that he helped to prove his points. So instead of saying things like, you should use this follow-up strategy just because I say so and just because I think it's true, he shows an example of his portfolio companies and how they are using this exact strategy, and it is getting pretty good results. And the beautifulness about this approach is that it naturally leads to questions like, how did you help that client? Or how could you do something similar for my business? It creates curiosity about working with you instead of just consuming your free content forever. And also, these case studies don't just have to be about your clients. They can also be about you too. So if you've achieved a specific result, you can use it to prove your points if it makes sense. Now, what about the things that you should do instead? Well, the first thing is that you should focus on attracting qualified prospects. So most agencies are stuck trying to get tens of thousands of views with broad, entertaining content that attracts everyone, but unfortunately converts no one. So imagine you create a very broad video that gets 100,000 views, but out of those 100,000 viewers, maybe 1%, so 1,000 people, are actually your ideal client. Now, out of those 1,000 people, maybe 1%, so 10 people, are actually struggling with the specific problems you solve. So you got 100,000 views, but only reached 10 qualified viewers. So that's a 0.01% qualification rate. Now, on the opposite side, imagine you create a video that gets 1,000 views, but because your content specifically addresses the problems your ideal client faces, 40 to 50% of those viewers are your exact target audience. Now, that's 400 to 500 qualified prospects from 1,000 views, which is a 40 to 50% qualification rate. And the benefit of this is that it not only avoids unqualified viewers to never watch your videos again, but it actually makes the qualified ones watch your videos, because when the content is specific to them, they feel spoken to and they read the title and say, this is for me, which will get way more views from qualified people than if you did a very broad video. And Ravi Abuvala shared a very good example in his channel. If you look at most of his videos, he's got 3,000 views here, 2,000 views, 2,000 views, 4K views, 2,000 views, 2,000 views. And this video was a complete failure with 1,000 views. Now, what if I told you that this video alone generated a $40,000 sale? And the reason is because this is a very, very specific video that addresses a very specific problem for a very specific type of person. The second thing you should do is focus on being liked, but not in the way most people think. You see, too many creators try to be liked by everyone. They avoid controversial opinions, never take a stand. never share who they are, and end up being vanilla and forgettable. You need to understand that regardless of anything you do, some people will like you, some people will hate you, and most people will be indifferent. And your job isn't to be liked by everyone, it's to be deeply liked by your ideal prospects. So this means having opinions and standing on business. So if you think that most marketing agencies are doing LinkedIn content wrong, say it. If you believe cold outreach is dead for high-ticket services, say it. If you think that certain business models are fundamentally flawed, explain why and show proof. And being liked doesn't just mean having strong positions, but also sharing a bit of your personality in each video. So maybe a story, a joke, words or phrases you use, whatever that makes you human and separate you from the competitors. And this is the reason why most of us like Alex Hormozi. If you look at his videos, he always shares stories of his struggles. He shares his personality, he makes jokes, you can see how he moves, his expressions, so he's not afraid to share that part of him in his videos, and that's what makes him human. And the third thing that you should do is focus on building belief. You need to make prospects believe 3 core things if you want them to buy from you. The first thing is that they need to believe in you. So this means demonstrating that you're qualified to solve their problem. So showing client results, sharing case studies, client interviews, and any type of social proof. Because when viewers see that you've helped people like them go from point A to point B, they will have conviction in who you are as an expert. The second thing is that they need to believe in your mechanism. So they need to believe that your specific mechanism is what they need. For example, in my case, it's YouTube. I need prospects to believe that YouTube is the solution to their lead generation problems. If someone thinks YouTube doesn't work for B2B or that content marketing takes too long, they don't believe in the mechanism and therefore they will never buy from me, even if they like me personally. And third, they need to believe that they can do it too. And this is often the biggest barrier, because a prospect might think, sure, this works for other agencies, but I'm not good on camera, or I don't have time to create content. So if you can remove all of these objections and negative beliefs in your content, viewers will be eager to buy from you. But here's the thing, knowing how to build the right audience is only half of the work. The other half is creating the right type of content that actually converts them. You see, after analyzing over 1,000 business YouTube videos, I discovered that most agencies are creating the lowest converting content types and ignoring the money printing machines that successful creators use. You could follow everything in this video perfectly, but if you're making day-in-the-life content or generic tips, you'll still struggle to book calls. Meanwhile, there are specific content types that convert 10 to 20 times higher. I quickly discussed the 6 types of content earlier in this video, but if you want to see the breakdown in detail, click on this video on screen where I rank them from S tier being money printing machines all the way to D tier being complete time wasters, so you can focus your time and energy on content that moves the needle. See you there.